How do we know the moral boundaries of life? How do we know? If you live in a place where no one has told you, don't do that, that's going to hurt somebody, how would you know? We only know because people tell us. And even when they tell us, we don't really know. We only begin to know when we can start to feel how the other person might feel.
Light and dark, life and death, opposites imposed by the universe itself. But what of good and evil? Are these ideas humans have just created for themselves? Or are they a fundamental part of the universe, perhaps like north and south? Is there something which draws the needle of human nature, telling us good from bad, giving humanity a moral compass?
There's something about genuine moral truth which exerts a pull on us, which exerts a demand on us, whether we like it or not.
But what if there is no moral north and south, no moral compass? What would direct us then?
We are driven by the same emotions of guilt and shame and anger and fear. There are no fundamental moral values.
If ideas of good and bad are just invented and then folded into us, different from culture to culture, would this mean that the only arbiter of right and wrong would be mere preference or force? In this last film of our series, Oxford physicist and Christian Ard Louis and filmmaker and non-believer David Malone ask where moral beliefs come from. And in a world of atoms and molecules, what authority can moral ideas really have?
If we take scientism really seriously, so that you and I are nothing but atoms and molecules, then in that case, we may think that we have access to morals that are outside of ourselves, but they're nothing more than a convention.
And what do you not like about that?
Well, because I think once you start from the premise that we're nothing but atoms and molecules, then the idea that humans have equal value independent of, what tribe they're from or what family they were born in or what color they are, you have got no real way of justifying that.
I think we worry less about whether they're true in any absolute sense and say, yeah, but is it a good idea? Does it provide you with a sense of meaning and purpose? And if it does, then that's a value that's separate from whether it's true.
You're saying that basically...
I'm saying there are true things, untrue things, and then a whole load of stuff which are neither. They're neither true nor untrue, but I would say they're some of the most important things about life.
So I would say something slightly different. I'd say...
You didn't like that at all.
I didn't like that. I don't like that
at all. See the fluffometer going...
No, because I think there's a difference between saying things aren't true or not true, or our ability to know whether they are true or untrue.
There's something maddeningly fluffy about half of what David says. He just doesn't seem to get that for moral beliefs to have any real force, they have to be grounded in something that gives them a more lasting authority than just what your culture happens to think.